Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. But before we get started, I just have a couple of things that I would like to mention. They are mostly shoutouts to other places where you can follow me. First off is my second channel, Pinder. I'll give a shout out to that. It's been a while since I've mentioned it on the channel. There is a link in the description of pretty much every single video on the channel, so if you just click the link there to my second channel, you'll be taken to that where you can subscribe for some shorter videos and some actually more regular content as it's been recently. And the second thing I would like to give a shout out to is my Pinder Productions Instagram account. I only mention that similarly to my second channel because I haven't mentioned it for a while. It's got a low follow count, and I do also upload some Instagram TV videos on there as well, so do follow me there. Again, link is in the description box below. But now that the shoutouts are out of the way, let's get into a few of the questions that you guys submitted to me on Discord, the YouTube community tab, and my Instagram stories. So the first question comes from Funky Monkey on YouTube, and they ask, you got a car yet? So I can give you the long answer or the short answer. If you want the short answer, the answer is no. If you want the longer explanation, then essentially in the UK, for those who don't know, insurance for young drivers is very expensive, and personally I didn't see the worth in spending the money on the insurance for a car when I would be most likely moving to university in another city where I wouldn't need a car in not very long at all, and so I decided that I would just use public transport, which is much cheaper, and I don't really need to use a car. I can get everywhere I need to be by using public transport anyway, so yeah, that's my answer essentially. May seem a bit of a surprise considering all the car videos that I've uploaded, but I personally feel like I don't need one. Next question then is from The Best Cabbage, a reply to my Instagram story, and they ask, why is Tarzan clean shaven? That's a very interesting question. I've never really thought about that before. I think that the best option would be to ask Google. So, okay Google, why is Tarzan clean shaven?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that yet.
So, as it turns out, Google doesn't know the answer to your question, so I can't offer much help. But I assume that he has some sort of razors or some abrasive substance to rub the beard from his face. And the final question, or set of questions, comes from Discord, from the user, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, CYAppTT. I hope I pronounced that right, but I probably didn't, so I do apologise for that. But they have two questions for me to answer, so I'll start off with the first one before finishing off on the second. The first question is, what phone/game console/tech that you've been waiting for to be released sometime this/next year? Well, that's again a very interesting question, and not one that I had really thought about, honestly. I do believe that seeing technology change over time is really exciting. Things that I am interested in are the OnePlus brand of smartphones. I really enjoy their products, so seeing what they have to release this year is going to be quite exciting, although it's probably going to be the same as what everyone else is releasing in terms of smartphones. More screen, less bezels, that kind of stuff. And then VR is definitely a new technology that I am interested in as a gamer. I mean, it's been around for ages, but I am interested in VR, and heck, even Nintendo have done it with the Nintendo Switch, so I think that it is definitely starting to gain some more momentum if it didn't already have momentum. It's just a case of how mainstream it can go. I mean, you can do it on your phone, so yeah, it's just a question of how mainstream you can get VR. Either way, I do hope that answers your question to some degree. And moving on to your second question, you have asked, what do you do as a living besides YouTube? Just curious. Well, I can reveal that besides YouTube, my main form of what I do for a living is that I am a full-time college student. So yeah, not a job per se, but yeah, I am a full-time student. Probably not the most exciting thing to everyone, but I do have some interesting subjects, one of them being politics, so I do find that very interesting. But yeah, that's what I do for a living besides YouTube. And that's if you can even call it a living. I guess you can, maybe, if pulling at straws or something. But that is the end of this Q&A for spring 2019. I do hope that you enjoyed it and found something useful to learn, something interesting, something new about me, maybe. I do enjoy receiving some of your questions, so I do think that I will probably do one again in the future at some point. So if you did miss out on the opportunity to ask me any questions, don't be afraid, because I will be asking some more in the future. Once again, do remember to check the links to my second channel and Instagram account in the description below, and I will see you next time. Hopefully a little bit quicker than it took to get this one out.